Of course.
Gross.
because they get
That's all they
praised
do.
for killing monsters.
Yeah, fucking cool beans right over there.
I think it's time to
Group of
start
people.
to do an. I think it's time to start an Eat the Rich campaign in Waterdeep.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Eat the rich.
Yup.
Eat the rich.
All right,
Into
we're
the
ready.
ocean.
All right.
I think so,
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, last time on Horrible D&D Time, the crew made their way through Waterdeep to face their greatest foe yet, paperwork. They registered as residents of the city, the Mages Guild, and the Church of Saloon for various reasons. They asked the Mages Guild for information on wild magic, only to say their expert was indisposed currently, and perhaps they could talk to the only other wild mage sorceress in town that they have on record, Estelle Brightwood. They, however, did point out to the group a magic shop by the name of Bound Tome that may have something to help suppress wild magic. Brimstone asked some of his own questions to the Church of Saloon, only to find that there's only a low-ranking priestess there at the time. So she said she would look into the whereabouts of other lycanthropes in the area, and if he could check back later on that. It is now getting to be the evening, and the sun has begun to creep closer to the horizon. Percy turns to you all and goes, "All right, now we've got that all out of the way. Where are you dragging me to next?"
We're going to Drawn World. I'm sorry.
Blank face.
Sorry. It's a goof or whatever.
I don't understand, Joe.
Look, I need to check in with the Order of the Gauntlet. I've been gone for 6 months. They think I'm dead. Like, almost certainly.
I gotta ask, how, like, is there, like, a time period for you guys? It's like, okay, if they don't come back in this amount of time, they're dead?
Not strictly speaking, but given that the mission was see what's up with those werewolves,
Oop.
and werewolves, no offense, can be kind of dangerous. You know, it's
Right,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
reasonable assumption.
No, I'm sure that most werewolves would consider that a compliment.
You were dangerous even before you were a werewolf, Brimstone.
Yes, I was.
For what it's for what it's worth. Good talk, buddy. And Eamon's gonna like shuffle off to the Order of the Gauntlet.
Good talk.
All right. So you're heading that way. Is everybody else coming with you, or what's the plan?
I don't
Eamon-
think, given that I am part of those werewolves now, I should go with.
You can come with if you want. It's like there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to come with. I'm pretty sure Order of the Gauntlet's open to everyone membership wise.
I have several reasons why I can't go with, so bye.
Okay, bye.
Well, then I'm sticking with you because I gotta keep an eye on you. Percy says as he walks up behind you.
Eamon, you want to meet us back at... Where should we meet back up? Percy's house?
Probably.
Whose house?
Yeah, probably Percy's house.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah, sorry, Percy. Your house is our meeting spot now.
I mean, that's the way it's gonna be.
That's the spirit.
Yay, you can tell how enthused I am by this.
Okay.
You'll
Yeah.
get used to it.
Okay, this is too awkward. I have some shopping to do, so I'm gone, and I guess he's gone too. Bye. And
Yeah.
she's gonna start walking off back down, back towards the North Ward.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye. Have
Oh.
fun.
I think I'm gonna go with Zelfine.
Cool.
Okay,
Ooh.
so Brim,
Suit
Zelfie,
yourself.
Percy.
I guess I'll stick with Wesley then. And we can...
Oh, and I'm gonna go see Estelle after if anyone's. You said you wanted to see Estelle, Riley.
Oh, actually, yeah, I do. Why don't I join you, Eamon and Wesley? Why don't you come along with us?
Sounds great. Yep. I'll stick with you guys.
I mean, as far as I know, I'm not in trouble with your order or whatever, and we could just stand there awkwardly. It's gonna be great.
I'm sure you'll like them.
I bet I will.
They're a great group of people. I mean it.
All
Sorry.
right. So heading down from the church corridor that you're currently in, I say corridor, it's like a street full of churches. It doesn't take you too long to get to a decent looking building with a big tapestry out front that has the image of a gauntlet holding a sword by the blade.
Nice.
I mean, that's its logo.
Ah. I see subtlety is not part of this order.
Have you met me?
Yeah, fair. You're the least subtle thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, you push open the door and you enter into what looks to be like a hall. There's tables all around and people are around chatting. They all seem to be different degrees of clerics and paladins and the occasional monk that are hanging out, chatting amongst themselves. It seems a little less busy than you're used to it being, Eamon, though. Usually, at this time of night, everybody is starting to settle in for an uproarious evening of feasting. But people just... It seems a bit low-key tonight for whatever reason.
Hey, and then I'm gonna. Who's the first person I see that I know?
It takes you a minute. You realize that there's a lot of new recruits around here. You don't recognize people right away until you lock eyes with Grenadine White Rose, and her face lights up. This stout 5'2" human woman. She's got big rosy cheeks and blonde hair and just clad head to toe in chainmail. Her face lights up and she runs over and grabs you into a big hug. Amond! I thought you were dead!
Haha! So did I a couple times.
You grew your hair out in the last 6 months. Is it normal for half-orcs to grow their hair out this fast?
Okay. Oh, man. Oh, where do I start? This is gonna be a long story. Like a really long story.
Yeah, as you start to say, she picks you up almost entirely and swings you around mid-sentence.
She's absurdly strong.
And then she
Hell
basically thumps you down onto a chair and she goes, Drinks for my friend! And everybody kind of shakes their head and goes, fine.
What everyone seems kind of somber.
Well, we've just been really busy lately, so a lot of people are tired. There's been a lot of, let's say, missions outside of the city that have been kind of rough on people.
Anything to do with the devil sightings and the demon sightings and the this, that, and the other things?
Mm-hmm. There is quite a few sightings along the roads, and people have been sent off all over the place looking to try and find a source of these things.
Man, yeah, I wonder what it is. Is Lazar around? I really need to speak to him.
Afraid not. He headed up towards Neverwinter. There's been a lot of devil sightings along the road from here to Neverwinter, and he thought perhaps he could find the source of it all.
Is he gonna die again?
Knowing him, probably. But
again?
He and a couple of other members headed up that way. They've heard rumors that there was supposed to be a druid circle that protects one of the portals between worlds or whatever up that way. We haven't heard from them in the last 2 months.
I think I know what might have happened.
Really?
Yeah, I've been on a lot of travels lately.
Huh.
It's been a difficult couple of months, but I can tell you I fought a horde of undead. I led an army. It was, You ever heard of Barovia?
Nah. What's that? Where that?
Oh boy. Oh geez, where do I start? So, Eamon's gonna recap the plot of like episodes 1 through 40. It's like just briefly. It's like we found ourselves. I met the guy who like occasionally comes in here, looks at the mercenary workboard, snarls, and then leaves. Yeah, we're friends now.
Oh, that guy. Somebody
Yeah,
thought he was
he
a
just-
pit fiend at one point and tried to smack him over the face, but nah.
Yeah. So we're friends now. We met up. We went to try and find werewolves. We eventually found werewolves. It was a long process. Sorry, I just got a phone call from someone. I just gotta let them know I'm busy.
Time to turn
And,
the lights off.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to recap the entire.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. We'll have like train go by noise. Wow, this sounds so amazing. I'm so upset I missed it. I would have loved to kiss
You're
the
not. You're not upset. You missed it.
I totally am obsessed. I'm upset I missed it. Come on, that sounds rad. You got to fight a vampire lord, decapitate him. You got to fight a lich? Though it sounds like you missed its phylactery, so you better be careful there. You know how liches are. It's probably holding a grudge now.
Oh, for sure, holding a grudge. I did send someone after it, but I don't really know exactly what plane it's on right now.
Oh, great. Yeah, best be careful. Oh, and if you have anything that belongs to it, you might want to get rid of it.
Aim's
FYI.
gonna pull out the silvered lich skull.
Ooh, yeah, you might want to get rid of that. Smash it into
Okay.
bits, throw it away.
What's the procedure? Like, should I just leave it on a? Should I just walk to the harbor at night and leave it on a boat or something?
Literally anything you can do to get rid of that thing.
Okay, I am gonna go pulverize this with my hammer later. I thought it was a cool trophy. I guess I was mistaken. Anyways,
It's just like no matter how much you purify it, they're going to be able to use that to track you. You know how
Okay,
that works, right? They use locate object on their own skull. They can find you.
see, I thought that the silver would prevent that, but I was mistaken.
Yeah, silvering it only makes it so that now if you hit a werewolf with it, it'll hurt more.
Okay. We're not... Oh, by the way, this is Riley, and this is her brother Wesley. Riley...
Oh, you're the cutest little thing. Sorry I didn't talk to you for a minute there. I got really excited.
Cutest little thing.
That's fine.
Oh, aren't you that cutest little...
I'm taller
And
than
Wesley, I think I've seen you before. Yeah. No, I work for the watch. That's right. Yeah, I almost arrested you that one time because you were trying to set fire to a building. There was a Rakshasa in there. Yeah, no, there wasn't.
I like her.
This...
Whispered to Eamon.
I will post the art I have of her. I think I did a really good job on her character design.
Nice.
Anyways, so after Gerardine and Eamon kind of finish reminiscing, Eamon's going to actually like go officially turn in the quest. I'm assuming that's a thing he has to do.
Yeah.
Oh heck.
Yeah, you bring it up to what looks to be like almost like a little banker's tell thing with like little bars on the side. And there's a guy behind the desk there with little tiny glasses and big bushy eyebrows.
It's just me in real life.
And yeah, he glances up.
I'm gonna say I took care of the werewolves. They won't be bothering anyone anymore. Took care of them in the least convoluted, most normal, straightforward way possible. Yep.
He kind of stops and stares at you. Sorry,
Okay, can I just...
which werewolves? Do you have the slip?
It's gonna fish around in his bag for like a good 2 minutes before he pulls it
Oh
out.
god, it'd be gross and like it's like when you like leave a paper in the bottom of your backpack for like years.
Yeah.
Literal years.
Literally
and, like,
years.
It's all discolored and like covered in pencil dust, even though you don't have any pencils somehow.
Basically, he's gonna pull it out, and it's like, all right, that should still be legible.
Yeah, he takes it and squints and goes, yeah, lot number 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4? Okay. He shuffles that, goes, sounds good. Finally got those out of the way. And he pulls out a big file box, stamps the paper with like what looks to be a little wax seal with a little
Eamon gets like a
symbol.
rush of dopamine when he stamps it.
Thunk. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
And he files that under completed and spins around and pulls out a bag of gold, and he starts counting it. And it's like insanely fast how this little human man is like piling up this gold. And he goes, and then he throws it all into a little sack and hands it over. He goes, no, it's 150 gold. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. I forgot there was a reward for this one.
I mean, we gotta pay our people, or else they'll go join other guilds. We're basically a guild anyways.
I mean, I this is like an adventurers. I thought that was kind of
Yeah.
adventurers guild.
Yeah, I mean, we're an order. We feel like we're better than a guild.
Okay, well,
And he leans over and goes, so you want to take another one?
all right, what you got?
Well, we've got some
Anything to do with
giants
the Blade
causing a
Brotherhood?
ruckus. The Blade Brotherhood. Oh, those. No, we haven't been taking out missions on those people. They haven't officially done anything evil, so we cannot act.
Eamon's gonna like raise his finger. It's like, I don't know about that one.
Officially.
Summon the devil in
Okay.
front of me.
And has that been dealt with?
Yes.
Then sorry, there's no mission out for that.
Okay, let me see the Giants one.
Okay. Yeah, and you see that it's way off in the Sword Mountains. Some giants have been causing a ruckus and stopping trade from going through there to the smaller villages. It seems like a little bit out of your way.
I mean, Sword Mountains, that's like, oh, snap. That's
Yeah.
where I'm from.
Yep. Sure
The
is.
Giants are, wait, Giants? Like giants, not ogres? Like
No,
Giants?
Giants. We don't know where they came from.
Wait, what?
They just kind of popped up.
That's
Nope.
not... There haven't been giants in the Sword Mountains in thousands of years.
Yeah, it's a little odd. That's why we want people to go investigate.
Yeah, that seems like it warrants an investigation. We'll probably get around to that.
Yeah, it's at this point that, like, Grenadine comes back and, like, sticks a hand over your shoulder and goes, there's not a whole lot in the city right now, except I am on a mission if you want to come with.
Ooh.
I'm about to head over to the seaboard. Apparently there's been a theft, but nobody will tell me what's been stolen. I have to go investigate. I have to go to a place to figure out what's been stolen. It's super hush-hush, Amond.
Hey, Riley, want to have a detour?
Well, sure, what the heck. Come on, Wesley, we're on an adventure now. This is my life. As an adventurer.
Welcome to my life, Wesley.
This is why I decided
might
to
say
be a
it's
paper
pretty
pusher.
dope.
Might say it's pretty lit. AF. Am I right, folks? Wait.
What does AF mean? After
Oh.
fire? After fish?
Oh, no,
How
he's
about we
doing
just
a
go to the
sign.
Sea Ward? I'm pretty sure we're going to go there anyways.
All right.
Yeah, let's go do that thing.
Yeah, sounds good. And Grenadine, like, punches her fist and goes, "Ah, yeah, let's go." And hard cut, we're going to cut to Zelphine, Percy, and Brimstone.
So I'm assuming this walk has been just the most wonderfully awkward walk.
Yeah, it's been like dead silence from Percy as he does not take his eyes off of Zelphine.
Does he walk into things as he's trying to keep his eyes on her?
He like bangs his shoulder against a post, but does not react and just keeps going.
Brimstone is gonna start steering Percy to keep him from like hurting himself.
You go to like touch him and he like pulls back suddenly and then like kind of gives you a look. His hands are up and then they go down and goes, "It's fine, don't worry about it. I got it."
Okay. You just gotta, look where you're going. I don't know. Do they have like sewers here? You might fall into a manhole into a sewer or something if they got an open manhole.
They don't have the manholes in the center of the street. And it's not really a manhole. It's like, never mind, dude. It's fine.
She's not going anywhere, like.
He gives you like a pointed look. I have.
Zelphine, I guess, is right ahead of them,
Yep.
just trying to pretend they're not just right behind her talking about her.
I have been looking for her or people like her my whole life. What's to stop her from running off now, huh? She should be in jail. But we've got too much craziness happening right now to do that.
Well, I mean, regardless of what I'm gonna say, you're not gonna believe me, but I'll just sum it up in my experience in knowing her I haven't known her for a long time, but it's been a time of how much I've known her. She's not that kind of person to just run off.
This has been a lot on me. You understand that. And I don't even know why I'm talking to you like this. I don't even know you. I don't know any of you. And he just kind of like buries his head and like rubs his temples.
Well, then let's change that. I mean, we're clearly going to be together for a while. It wouldn't hurt to make things a little less awkward. But suffice to say, if my understanding of what's happened with you is correct, I don't know precisely the situation you're in, but I understand looking for someone who's taken a lot from you.
Not just me. Taken a lot from a lot of people. Do you know how many people have suffered because of her? Because of the people that came before her?
I mean, to be frank, I don't. I had never heard of the Viper or the or any of that before, before all this. I hadn't. All I know is my experience with Zelphine, and in my experience, she's done more good than ill as far as myself and the rest of my group go.
She has murdered tens of people. They're like 40, 50 people. They have
And I'm not
families.
saying
105, and I'm going inside this bookstore now, just making sure you're paying attention.
He shakes his head and goes, "Yeah, that's enough of that." And he pushes Brimstone aside and walks into the bookstore with you. I literally forgot the number I bet. I was like,
It's fine, that was perfect.
Percy would know the number. I just know it's big number.
It's 105-ish.
105, yeah.
Brimstone is gonna walk in, but he's gonna kind of stay by the door.
Yeah. So, is this the correct bookstore? We are. Where'd you head? Where's my stuff?
She was headed to the one on Troll Skull.
Okay. Yeah. You guys wandered back through Troll Skull into the bookworm's treasure. And yeah, it's getting a little dark outside now, so candles are being lit around this little bookstore. And you see the white hair, dark purple skin, big glasses of Charlie, and she sees you walk in, go back, and then flip back and go, it's you again. Oh, hello, Percy. It's good to see you. And he goes, evening, Charlie. Is there anything I can help you with today?
Yeah. Do you guys happen to buy spell scrolls?
Oh, yes. What do you have to sell?
Gonna be real with you, don't know what these are. That's part of why I'm selling them. But she'll pull out 4 spell scrolls that, for the DM's sake, are, oh Jesus. Cone of Cold, Fireball, Lightning Bolt, and Witch Bolt.
Cone of Cold. Could you, write those down?
Yeah.
I just need to figure out what their equivalent value is.
I'm gonna drop them in the chat real quick. With my new mechanical keyboard that I'm sure is very loud right now, and I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I find it pleasing. The recording may not.
That should be level 6, 3, 2, and then 3.
6, 3, 2, 3. Yeah.
Let me check Witch Bolt. I think Witch Bolt is level 2.
You'll excuse me while I pull up the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Yeah.
Oh, Witch Bolt is level 1. Never mind.
That's right.
I'm done. Give me one.
Spell scrolls. Spiderweb, spike pick, spells and magic, spell points. It might be under magic items. Magic items, where are you? I should have pulled this up ahead of time. Aha. Magic items, 1, 2, 8. Flippity flip. Okay, common. Just looking up. Oh, scrolls price. Where are you, spell scrolls? Spell scroll cantrip. Almost there. You can tell how often I look through the actual Dungeon Master's Guide. How long this is taking. Spell scroll, yes, there we go. So that's 6. Lightning bolt. Cool, got that. Yeah, she's just sitting behind the counter and she's like examining each one. Kind of pursed her lips. And she starts pulling on abacus and starts click, 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 back and forth. Yeah. Let's do plus. Whew, yes, these are very. This cone of cold is very expensive, usually, to craft one of these. How about I give you about 600 gold for the lot? That sounds like a lot, but spell scrolls are, a lot of effort goes into making them. I know some places will give you more than that, but I literally don't have more than that right now. Not a lot of people have come in to buy the big scrolls as of yet.
Oh. Hold on, Shelby's got some tech issues, it looks like.
Oopsie. Well. Rup.
Hello.
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 Hello. Okay. Sorry, I was talking and I didn't see my little green circle, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not picking up." Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Zelfine just goes, "Oh no, that's gracious plenty. I didn't even know what they were, so I'm that's totally fine by me." So
Usually we sell some of these for more, but buyback, gotta make a profit.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she like shuffles behind the counter and pulls out a little sack. She hands over. It's actually 60 platinum, and she's like, "That's what we got on hand, anyways. We don't usually keep platinum, but somebody came by recently and bought a bunch of books. Some real eccentric lady. I don't actually have 600 gold on us at the time, but got the platinum. Might want to keep it under, shh, don't let anybody see it. Pickpockets really love this shit. Frankly, I'm happy to be rid of it."
Yeah, you don't really see platinum pieces that often. Huh. She's going to stash that away in her bag of holding. And she'll say, I do have some shopping to do as well, but I'll try to keep that as in gold currency as I can.
Thank gosh.
I actually need some paper birds, if you have them.
Yeah, paper birds. We've got those. How many do you need?
Oh, give Shelbs one moment to do her own math now.
Meanwhile, Brimstone is continuing to sort of thumb through his manual.
Cool.
About 20. Let's go with 20 for now. I'll
Alright.
just pick it up.
20 is quite a few of those. Ooh. How about, yeah. That's, give you a little bit of a discount here. Say 400 gold for 20 birds. Sell them in stacks of 10. There we go. Yeah.
Hang on just a second. Okay, sorry, my brain cannot comprehend basic math by tens right now. It's very simple, and my brain is telling me it should be way more complicated than that. 'Cause that's where I am right now. Zelfine will kind of look over her shoulder over at Brimstone. It's like, hey, you got 9 gold?
Yeah, and he'll give her some.
Okay, we'll square this up later.
No, don't worry about it.
She will pay with 100 gold, and then she will apologetically hand back over 30 of the platinum.
Yeah, Charlie will kind of tilt her head and go, yeah, that makes sense. And she shuffles it all away.
Brim actually wants to, after that happens, he wants to step out really quickly.
Yeah, you can sneak out the door there.
And I want to head to the detective, the private eye.
All right.
But yeah, finish up with this stuff first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. And she'll just kind of glance around at the bookstore for a moment and say that I can't do much about the platinum itself, but I know someone who's probably going to be in here quite frequently. Might increase your gold stash a little bit on some of these books.
Oh, good. Is it the friend you were with earlier? I want to apologize for how I reacted there.
Yeah, and trust me, the apology's not going to be necessary.
I'm so embarrassed. Usually I'm a bit more cool, but when I'm with Estelle, we both kind of go into fangirl mode. And we lose all inhibitions.
Yeah, that's probably actually in your favor this case. But, yeah, you'll be seeing more of her, I'm positive.
That's good. Yeah, good. And it's like, at this point, Percy pulls up to the counter with 3 cookbooks and a history of the Sword Mountains book in his hand. And she goes, oh, yes. And she rings him up. He hands over some gold. And he drops them into a bag.
Zelfine has sass on her tongue that withers and dies, and she just leaves the store.
All right, Brimstone. You head over to the Tiger's Eye. It's a little building kind of tucked in between other buildings with like a big, handy, one of those signs that swings that has a big eye on it that is like patterned with tiger stripes around it.
Right. I'm gonna... Is there any indication like that the place says it's open?
It doesn't have like an open sign, but if you go and like try the door, it opens and there's like a little jingle of a bell and you see stairs heading upward.
Okay. I'm gonna head inside. I'm assuming. Well, no, actually, I don't know if I would need to duck my head.
It's actually a pretty tall door.
And I'm gonna head inside and head up the stairs.
Yeah, you head up the stairs and you're hit like by another door that has like frosted glass on it. You open that door and you see a desk with like a wall of books that are just scattered all over the place. It's a complete mess on this bookshelf. There's a chair on the other side and a man sitting in it watching the door. His eyes flick for a second over to you, but he doesn't move his head. He has like hair that is slicked back, kind of gray with like some white flecks. And he just kind of like his smile widens and he goes, "Hello, my name is Vincent. What can I help you with today?"
I need you to find some information about someone for me.
Oh. That is what I do best. Please sit down. And he like you as he motions his hand, you can see that his fingernails are really quite long for a man and sharp. And he gestures to a chair on the other side of his desk.
Brimstone will close the door, and he will say, "Are we alone? Is there any chance of somebody?" You know what? Let me check. I would like to sanguine scent, my last sanguine scent for the day. Do I detect any scents apart from him?
You sure don't.
Okay. And I definitely smell this is there's some fiend or demon or something in this man, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Brimstone is going to his sort of eyes are going to go wide and he's going to just like take in his surroundings, and then he's going to nod like that's what he was expecting and sit down. And he's going to say, "I should say at the top of negotiations, I'm aware of your identity. I have no intention of telling anybody that it might cause problems for you if you knew, but
He
I'm aware."
smiles and goes, "Well, as long as you keep that secret, then I won't tell anybody that you're part pit fiend, part werewolf."
Pit fiend.
Yes, I can definitely smell it in you. Little bit of that, little bit of hag? What a concoction you are.
Well, that's more information than I had.
If you want more, then it will require a bit more of a payment for that, but that is not what we're here for,
No,
is it?
no. There's a body in the possession of the Order of the Gauntlet, a tiefling man, the name of Mordai.
It's the
He
watch, not the Order of the Gauntlet.
It's the watch, in the possession of the watch. Tiefling man, name of Mordai. He was, his body was interred due to, and he will not be receiving a proper burial due to his, being involved in cult activities. He's from the same place that I was, which I'm sure you'll figure out over the course of the investigation, in which I should also stipulate the nature of that place and its inhabitants should absolutely stay between you and me. I need you to find out how he got here, and any information you can that I can use to prove that he is known to me, that I can use so that I can get his body and bring it back to our homeland.
Very well. Usually I charge about 50 gold to figure out secrets, but this is something involved in the watch. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask for a bit more, for cover my expenses and hazard pay. I'll say about 150. How's that sound to you?
Well, if that's how much you're paying, I'd need to That's triple the price. I can do 100. I mean, after all, this is a dead man. I don't imagine, with as much as you know about me, it will be terribly hard to find out what you need to know about him. I'd like to do a persuasion check.
All right.
Try and persuade him.
Persuasion.
Oh, that's a 1.
He laughs. And as he laughs, you can see like fangs out of the corner of his mouth. And he just chortles and like almost falls back in his chair and comes back and goes, "Oh, he's dead, but he is under the protection of the watch. You know I do not want to get involved with them. If he was alive, it actually would be cheaper, because it's easier to keep tabs on someone who's alive than someone who's behind security doors. I'm afraid I can't reduce my price."
I just settled up with a friend for like a small amount. Can I give you? I can give you most of it now, 100 now, and then I can give you 50 at the end when you if you get back to me with when you get back to me with whatever information you can. Would that work for you?
This is acceptable if you sign this contract. And he pulls out a contract out of like his sleeve and he places on the table. And immediately you can see there is Infernal written here, so you can actually read some of it. And it's not a nice contract. You know, if you sign this and you don't fulfill your end, it will hurt you.
Okay. What are my obligations under the contract?
Pay up in full or become cursed. And
Okay.
you know that these kinds of curses like dig into your brain and hurt.
I'm well aware of this kind of shenanigans. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, when I have the rest of the money, I will absolutely be back here, with it. And I want to make sure that the contract stipulates that, first off, he doesn't, he's not going to blab about this to anybody.
Yeah, doing a quick run through, you see that that's par for the course of his private detective agency. He does not share information with others. He keeps things under lock and key unless... and it costs like a little bit extra to make sure that he never tells anybody else the information, but you know that private detectives don't go blabbing without being paid.
Mm-hmm. I want to make sure, Brimstone wants to make sure that there is explicit language in there. He wants it understood that under no circumstances will he tell the Hunter's Claw about any of this.
He kind of like raises an eyebrow and looks at you and goes, "Oh, you don't have to worry about that." And he flicks his finger and a line shows up on there specifically for that, and he goes, "You won't need that really, but..."
I didn't figure, but you know. I know that there are places where loyalty is bought rather than earned.
They are not them. The watch, however, that's a different story.
All right. And Brimstone will pay the 100 gold, and he will sign the contract.
Yeah. So you sign the contract, and as you're like put the quill to page, you feel like a prick of a pin almost near your finger, and it stings for a second, and as you start to write, you realize it's red ink. And you quickly come to the conclusion that you're writing in your own blood as you sign your name.
I'm going to sign it as Nikolai Aetheron.
Yeah. And as you finish, you like feel like a pinprick at the back of your head, and it stings for like the briefest of seconds, but then it vanishes, and then the man just smiles and goes, "There you go. I'll finish my end of the bargain. As long as you come up with the rest of the gold, we'll be grand."
Can I just head back here and assume that I can drop off the gold at any time?
Yes. Next time, though, you will have to ring. When I'm on assignment, I keep the door locked.
Very well. And, like I said, his name is Mordai, and he's from a small village in near the spine of the world called Devil's Aegis.
He, like, puts his finger up to his nose and goes, "Shh. You might not want to spread that around."
What do you mean?
He kind of leans back in his chair and contemplates for a second, responding. "I won't tell you too much, but the information you need on that, you just have to go to the Gentleman's Hunters Club to find that out. Though I'd advise against it. Someone like you."
Well. See you around, detective. And Brimstone is going to get up and leave.
Yep. And as you get up and leave, you realize you kind of like feel this weight on your shoulders. And as you exit out, and you hear a click as the door locks behind you.
Yeah, and Brimstone will just keep walking.
All right. We'll cut back to Amond and Riley and Wesley and Grenadine.
Can't freaking take your eyes off Brim for 1 second.
Yeah.
Great.
1 second. He
Bro.
signs a contract
Bro.
in his own blood.
Bro, Selphine was literally about to give him money.
Oh my god! Riley has enough for you, bud!
Selphine was literally about to give
Just
him
got
money.
paid. Just
I feel
got
like we're all
paid.
bad.
The exact
We're all
value.
bad.
He's not
Of the
keeping all of that
contract.
money.
I mean, he'd have to do the contract regardless of whether he paid now or at the end.
No.
Ew. No! You know what? It was a good moment, but I'm like that we were all mad.
He's gotta know. He's gotta know, and he purchased.
No.
And like, listen, this dude's a Rakshasa. He's better for it than Percy is.
True. I mean, you're not wrong on that one, but that was a good moment.
Also, hey, he's half pit fiend, and he knows that now. That's good.
Yeah. Hello.
A whole half? Wow.
I guess a whole half.
He didn't specify half. He just said that you have some pit fiend in there and some hag.
Or just a whole just mushed up,
Hi.
like a bunch of stuff in there.
Eamon turns
And
to
what's
Riley.
that?
It's just for some reason I just have like a headache or just a sense that something's wrong.
I think you're just thinking too hard.
Whatever.
Oh, is that her name's Geraldine? Is that right?
Gerardine.
Geraldine.
I was
Thank
pronouncing
you.
it Grenadine, but
Oh,
Grenadine, Gerardine,
can't.
whatever.
it'll count. Like, I only have your spelling, and I am a known person to mispronounce things as they're spelled. I thought Gryffindor was Guy Fighter for the longest time, and I couldn't tell you why.
Honestly, that's the same here. I totally get you. Okay, Grenadine. Okay,
No,
got it.
it's Gerardine.
Geraldine.
Oh, Geraldine. Oh, okay.
I was pronouncing it wrong because I have no pronunciation guide with these names.
Don't worry about it. I should have put one in.
Couldn't name her G-Dog.
I'm gonna say let's say her nickname's Gigi.
GG. Yeah,
I
that
like
works.
that. Okay.
Gigi's
Gigi's
Bizarre
good
Adventure. Let's go.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm pulling Wesley along, I guess.
Yeah. And yeah, Gigi leads you through the North Ward towards the Sea Ward, and you immediately see the North Ward is nice. It's full of like upper middle class kind of things. The Sea Ward is extravagant. Big houses, fancy architecture. Everybody is dressed to the nines like ponces. And Gigi just leads you down and she stops and talks to one person, and he nods and points towards somewhere, and she nods back, and off she goes again as she gets her information. And eventually she leads you to this large tower that is decorated with dragons curling up around the tower.
Oh, that's not ominous.
I think it's quite pretty.
Oh, it's the Dragon Tower. You know, the Dragon Tower.
Oh, I get it, because there are dragons on it.
Yeah, there used to
Very
be
clever.
a wizard that lives here, but he went mad and left. I don't know where he is now. All that lives up there now is this old dwarf. Apparently he says that something's been stolen.
He's cool with orcs, right?
Oh, he's fine.
Okay.
You're a paladin of Tyr, of course.
You'd be surprised.
Is he cool with tieflings? Is this a guy that we're gonna have to worry about?
I don't think it's like a specific thing with orcs and dwarves.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Well, now I know. I'll still keep my hood up, though.
Yeah, it'll be okay. I haven't heard anything about that. But whatever, let's go.
Why would you? You're not a tiefling, or you know what?
Well, that's Wesley.
Oh, sorry.
Because Wesley's with you. Sorry, my voices are not distinct enough for.
Oh, you're good. Mm-hmm.
Gigi is like, oh yeah, let's go, and like opens the door and leads you up the tower. It is a very beautiful tower, old, but the stonework is immaculate. Leads you up to this big open area that looks like it was probably at one point a wizard's home. A lot of the instruments are long been in disuse, though. They're covered in a little bit of dust. Doesn't look like any of the devices have been active lately. And there are papers strewn about all over the floor. And you hear a voice from a bed in the corner go, is somebody there?
Housekeeping.
Gigi runs over and goes, yes, you're Bark Cloghammer, right? And he goes, Clanghammer, yes, that's me. Hello. Yeah, we're here from the Order of the Gauntlet. We heard there was a theft. He's like, as you come over Eamon and Riley, you see that this man's eyes are like cloudy and he looks pale. He is extremely old, but he also doesn't look well.
Yikes, are you okay?
No, my dear. No, I'm not well.
Do you need a lay on hands?
He kind of like tilts his head and goes, maybe. I don't know how much that would help right now.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
I'm afraid, my dear boy, I have been poisoned by a very unique poison.
I got something for that, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Pepto-Bismol.
I don't know about that.
I would like to use my lay on hands ability, which lets me neutralize any poison. I'll see if it works. It's 5 points to use. Do you want me to read it to you real quick, the feature?
Yeah, sure.
As an action, alternatively, you can expend 5 hit points from your pool of healing to cure the part of one disease or neutralize one poison affecting it. You can cure multiple diseases and multiple poisons with a single use of Lay on Hands, expending hit points separately for each one. It has no effect on undead or constructs, but I'm pretty sure this guy's not either of those things.
No.
All right. I would like to use my Lay on Hands to try and see if I can neutralize the poison.
All right. So you put your hands on him, and you feel the magic of your god flow through you, light up your hands. It goes into his arm, and it like you feel like you see the warmth light kind of go into him, and then it kind of sputters for a second, and he starts coughing. And as he starts coughing, he starts convulsing. And parts of him start getting larger and shrinking, and parts of his skin start to shimmer a little bit.
We're gonna stop that one. We're gonna take the hands away.
Yeah, you take the hands away, and he just kind of like rolls out of the bed onto the ground, onto all fours. You can see claws forming in his hands as they come out and come back in, and parts of his legs kind of burst out into claw-like appendages, and eventually he is no longer a dwarf, and Gigi just kind of stares as before you all now is a very large gold dragon who flops his head down on the ground and coughs for a second. And you realize now that, yeah, his scales are not as shiny as they should be. And his tongue kind of rolls out a bit, and he, like, flops down and goes, I think it helped a little.
Oh my god, I thought I just... Oh, wow. Do you want another one?
No, Eamon, no more. What happened?
Well, I mean, either I turned him into a dragon, which I don't think I can do, or he is a dragon already.
I know you think Tyr's powerful. I don't think he has the power to turn people into dragons.
No, that's the Bahamut thing. Although, you'd be surprised, the two are very close.
No, I don't actually think that'll help too much more. Whatever I was poisoned with seems to be affecting me still. I think it helped a little, but I really need an antidote to be at my full strength again. I'm apologize for bursting out into my true form like this. It doesn't usually happen.
You're fine. You look like you're in a lot of pain. Were you, like, stabbed or something? Or did someone just, like, try to poison you, I guess? What happened?
I have been watching over this tower for quite some time, and I recently thought I could use some help with the paperwork. There's so much of it, and I wanted it all sorted and gone through. So I hired a man by the name of Zariel. He was a tiefling mage. He worked well enough, and then one day he gave me a drink, and suddenly I was extremely sick. When I came to, he had vanished and taken something very important to me.
Wait, Zariel?
Zariel.
Zariel.
I'll type it in chat.
Oh.
Okay, good, because I heard Zariel and I was very
I
excited.
did too. I was like, pardon?
Excuse me?
Zariel.
Zariel.
Okay.
Not Zariel. It's an X name.
Right?
I didn't even think about it when I wrote it down.
That's fine. It's kind of threw me for a loop there. So this guy has access to poison. I don't think poisons usually work on dragons, or if they do, they have to be really, really, really strong, and it can't be healed by conventional magic. So
That's exactly why I feared that you would not be able to heal me completely.
So, do you know how we're going to be able to synthesize or get an antidote?
You'll definitely need a portion of the poison used on me. Without that, no antidote could be made. Perhaps if you can find who provided Zara with such awful poison, we might be able to find an antidote.
Does Zarl have anything that he left, like a belonging or anything like that?
Yes. He did leave his handkerchief here. I never really thought much of it at the time.
Oh, believe me, we have someone who can do wonders with that.
Yeah, we'll be taking that.
Now, you must know what he has taken is extremely dangerous to be in the wrong hands, and we must get it back immediately.
What is it?
It's called the Dragon Staff.
That sounds dangerous.
Uh-oh.
Gigi, like her palm goes right to her forehead, and she, like, her eyes go wide, and she goes, "They took the Dragon Staff? The only thing keeping, dragons out. If you touch a dragon with it, they'll be able to come in the city? That Dragon Staff?"
Oh,
Yes, my
it's
dear.
that big of a deal.
Oh, no.
Oh, so that's a big deal, isn't it? Huh?
Yes, that's why I don't want this information to go out too publicly. People will panic.
Oh, yeah. If a sufficiently powerful dragon wanted to loot Waterdeep, they could do so, and there is several dragons not too far from here that have been known to pillage the Sword Mountains, so yeah.
This is bad. This sounds bad. Oh, no.
Yes, it is very bad, my dear.
We have giants, we have dragons. What else?
What is happening?
Don't put that energy out into the world, Dan. I just learned I'm half pit fiend.
Yeah, don't.
Wait, I thought Wesley was right here, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gone comatose at this point. His eyes
boy.
are
yeah.
wide, and he's
Wesley's
staring at
here.
the wall.
Wesley,
Riley's holding on to him.
Do you need a lay on hands? Maybe. I'm not gonna lay on hands. I'm gonna pat him gently on the back.
Yeah, and he just goes.
Okay, it's okay. It's gonna be fine. I mean, no one knows, like, no dragon knows that they can come into the city yet, yeah? So it's like,
They
maybe
do
still
have
the
to be
staff.
touched
We
by
do
the
not.
staff.
We do not breathe a word of this to anyone.
My dear,
Yeah, my lips are sealed.
My dear, they do have to be touched by the staff. No, they won't be able to come in willy-nilly, but that does mean that a specific dragon probably wants the staff to be able to come in. I couldn't tell you which dragon.
Eek.
Alright. So,
If you do find Zarl and manage to figure out where he took the staff, I would ask that you not harm him. He, despite poisoning me, I believe he is still a good man.
you're too nice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt him, but I'm definitely gonna shake him down for some of that poison so we can get you cured.
Very well. He has such a nice family. We went on a picnic once.
Oi.
Yeah, we won't hurt him. Well, maybe slap him a little bit, but we won't.
Not seriously, anyways.
Yeah. We'll take care of this for you. Don't even worry. Hang tight while we get that antidote for you.
Before we leave, Do you think this ring of regeneration would help?
Perhaps a little. If
I
I
just
could
wanted-
get it on my finger, I will need to turn back into my dwarven form.
It'll attune to you. You'll, get bigger. It was really small when I first put it on. I had to, rub it on my fingertip for about 10 minutes.
Magic items are such a wonder.
And Eamon will take off his ring of regeneration and hand it to, what's his name?
He kind of smiles and goes, I have neglected to introduce myself. I am Aranax.
Here you go, Aranax. You can hold on to this. Hopefully it'll keep the condition from getting any worse until we find the poison's antidote.
I thank you, small one.
I am 6'4".
Yes, you are awfully small compared to me, though. Everyone is a small one.
Yeah, we are tiny. We are
Fair enough.
compared to this big boy.
It is very cramped in this wizard's tower right now.
Just gonna try not to elbow Riley in the face as we make our way out of here. Gerardine, where are you?
She is like behind you, hand still on her forehead, going, "Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This."
Hey, Gerardine, we can't have two people having an anxiety attack right now.
Oh, I'm not having anxiety.
Make that 3.
I am livid.
4, honestly.
I am livid. Yeah, that's it. I'm livid.
Anxiety attacks are my shtick.
She's having more of an anger attack right now. Believe me, you don't want to see Gerardine when she gets angry.
I want to suplex somebody.
Oh dear. Suplex a box over there, that barrel over there.
Yeah, so her nickname is Wyvern's Bane, and let's just say that nickname is well-earned. And we're going to say that after we leave the presence of the dragon, by the way.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys are down the hall now. Head down the stairs.
Oh boy.
She suplexed the Wyvern. It was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah,
That
that
sounds
was
epic,
rad.
But
You think I can suplex a dragon? If we find whatever dragons decided to steal this, I want to suplex it.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Suplex the dragon!
I have only heard of one person to ever do such a thing, and I don't think that he is available at the moment.
alas.
It's that masked wrestler.
Okay, but wow, we are royally fucked here, aren't we? Oh boy.
Shout out to anyone who gets that reference, by the way.
We need to find this fucker now.
Yeah, I suggest we immediately find Brimstone and give him the handkerchief, because as far as I know, he is the best person at finding people.
Oh yeah. He's our go-to guy. Wesley, we're gonna have our little, sibling get-together later. We have, important things to do right now.
He goes, yep, that's fine. That's fine. And Gigi kind of, rubs her chin and goes, all right, you guys have your thing. I'm going to start interrogating people in the area to see if they have any idea of where he's headed off. Or at least maybe some information about where he usually hangs out. Something like that. I'll catch up with you later, Eamon. We'll meet back up at the Order of the Gauntlet maybe tomorrow to see what we got.
Yeah, we'll get tomorrow morning. We'll meet back up again and we'll pool our evidence.
Sounds great. All right, I've got some people to punch. I mean interrogate. Let's go.
Do not punch. Don't want to get in trouble with the City Watch again.
It'll be fine. You hear as she just leaves.
Not every guard is like Duncan.
Nice meeting you, Geraldine. Oh, actually, Shells brought up a good idea. Could I do an investigation check on that handkerchief just to see what if I can figure anything out from it?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
Whee! Okay, what's my investigation? Boop, 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 boop. That's a 13?
Can I aid by holding it up real nice?
No.
Nice try. Thank you for the attempt.
Yeah, no, with the 13, you can see that it's a red handkerchief. It's silk, so it's really nicely made quality, but it's also pretty old. He's clearly had this for quite a while, and it has the initials XT in the corner embroidered in like really fancy letters, but it is well worn.
XT. Well, we have.
Riley does a big sniff and squints, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm not bad, dang it."
It's okay, nobody
Got
is. He's one of a kind.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brimstone isn't even Brimstone.
Apparently.
Yeah, he's Nikolai Pitfienderond.
Yeah, you take a big old sniff of it, and it smells faintly of like a flowery perfume.
Oh,
That is useful.
that's nice.
All right, we should get. Pardon me. We should get going and take it to Brim, though.
Oh yeah, we're hoofing it towards back to Troll Skull. I was gonna say Troll Skull Alley. That's not it.
They were at
Yeah,
Estelle's
yeah.
magic shop, right?
Yeah, they were not at Estelle's
were
magic
they?
shop, but they were at
No.
Charlie's bookstore, which is on Troll Skull Alley, and they are heading back to Percy's house, which is again on Troll Skull Alley. So you are correct, Riley. Actually.
Okay. Oh, we got it. Okay, we're hoofing it.
Yeah.
Zelphine had one more stop before she headed back to his house.
Yeah, sure thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jump back to Zelphine.
Yeah, and you'll see Brimstone. He is waiting outside the bookshop for you now.
I figured his thing actually took a little bit, and he left as they were checking out, so I imagine she walks out and he's still doing his thing.
Yeah.
And she's kind of like, and he's gone. Sick.
See, this is why I'm sticking with you and not taking my eyes off you. Shit like this happens.
Yeah, he's more known for it than me, but I mean, I'm not faulting you. I got one more stop, and he'll show back up eventually.
All right. Where do we go now?
To the blacksmith.
Kind of raises an eyebrow. All right. And takes you down the street to Steam and Steel, which also has a very lovely sign carved out with very fancy letters. And you hear the banging of metal against metal as you approach. You enter in and see that the forge is lit. And in the back you see a flaming haired man in the back banging away at a sword. Another man that seems to have like bluish skin with long, wet-looking hair almost, but it feels more like waves than actual like wet hair. As you enter, the blue-skinned man kind of turns to you and smiles and goes, "Hello. How can I help you today?"
Yeah, she's going to dig around in her bag for a moment and then carefully pull out something that has been wrapped in her older black sash and kind of unwrap it, and inside is the hilt of Holly sword that had Zenna in it with kind of the broken shard of blade that's left on there. And she'll just kind of hold it out like, I need this dulled. Actually.
Dulled. Do you want it completely reforged or just the edges dulled?
No, just the edges dulled. It doesn't need to be reforged at all.
Very well. Honey, we've got something here. And the man picks up all the pieces, and the flame-haired man kind of stops and goes, yeah. He stops banging, puts his hammer down, wanders over. What do we got here? They just want the edges dulled off this so it's no longer pointy. What? He kind of looks at it and looks at him and goes, you know, for safekeeping. All right. And he takes the pieces, takes them back. And you hear a bunch of more banging and like sanding noises. The blue skinned man comes back and kind of leans and goes, he'll be done with that soon enough.
Yeah, thank you. How much do I owe you?
Oh, let's say about 20 gold for that. It's not like you're buying a whole new sword and we're not reforging it. Making sure that it's solid costs a bit more. This is just a couple of minutes of sanding.
Okay. And she will take out 2 of the platinum pieces and hand them over.
Ooh, very nice. He takes those and slips them away behind the counter. And you hear a bang, sand, bang, and then he goes, ah! There we go. And the flame-headed man comes back, dumps the pieces, places the pieces on the counter. They look spotless now. They're cleaned, the edges are dulled, and goes, sure you don't want me to reforge this? It's a beautiful sword.
It was ritualistically broken, and I'm not super versed in that, but it seems, horribly offensive, probably, so no.
You hear
it doesn't need to be
from
again.
Over in the corner as the man comes up. Oh, you ritualistically broke it. Are you a worshiper of Eldath?
Not exactly, but it was done to honor someone who is, so.
Well, it was broken in a well enough way. I'm sure that whoever it was for is very happy. It looks wonderful, dear.
Sure. She'll just kind of gather up the pieces and wrap them back in the sash again and just put it back in her bag.
If you need anything else, dear, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, of course. Thank you again.
They both wave as you both exit. Percy kind of
wave.
Wave. Percy turns and looks at you and goes, "What was that all about?"
Long story, but short version, someone I used to know, their soul was trapped in this sword, so I smashed it.
Plan on keeping the pieces like that?
I mean, not on me for anything like that. I've got a place they need to be put, but that's a later problem.
All right. Seems important. So, we'll do that before things get too rowdy, I suppose.
Yeah.
And he just kind of looks awkwardly at the ground for a second, scratches the back of his head and goes, let's head back.
Yeah, the others will probably be back soon.
I hope that
Sure.
big guy
Heading
isn't getting into too much shit.
Oh, well, he is, I'm sure, but
I just don't want my neighbors to be mad at me for something your friends have done.
I'm contributing to the economy, Percy. I'm putting money into the community.
You didn't know that.
Well, when you turn in the Viper, I'm sure they'll forget all about any dumbass shit he did.
You'll be surprised what my neighbors think. It's all, no, why are you keeping a griffin in your house? He molts everywhere.
I mean, if griffin feathers are their only problem, sounds like you're doing an okay enough job around here.
Yeah. Whatever. And he starts to walk off towards his house.
I imagine that Eamon and Riley are probably already there. It's like trying to look not super anxious.
Yep.
Oh, and failing.
Hey guys, what's up?
Doing that thing where he just kind of rocks back and forth on his heels.
Am I also there at this point?
Yeah, you probably like come out of the tiger's eye at this point. You hear the click behind you. You see Eamon down the street going, "Hey guys!" and everybody is met back up.
Hey Brimstone, you should sniff this and direct us to the person who owns it for no reason, just for fun.
Well, I got terrible news for you, Eamon. My sniffer's out of sniff for today.
Shit.
You see Brimstone is kind of like applying a little bit of pressure to like a small like right above his wrist.
Hey, did you
Are you okay?
cut yourself cooking or something?
No. I talked with the detective.
Excuse me?
Yeah, the
Someone's
detective.
gonna raise an eyebrow and kind of look at Percy and then look at Brim.
I don't think detectives usually make you draw blood.
No. I mean, that's. I mean, it was an infernal contract, so like that's what you.
What?
Delphine's gonna raise both eyebrows and look at Percy and look at Brim.
Calm the fuck down, Eamon.
Percy's eyes are wide, and he's like biting his lip and going. And then he like side eyes you, Delphine, and goes, not getting to shit, huh?
Eamon would never do this, but upon hearing the words infernal contract, his two least favorite words, he is going to grab Brimstone by the shoulders and shake him. It's like, you get what?
Eamon, I'm on the hook for 50 gold. Calm the fuck down.
You made an infernal...
Delphine is gonna look at Percy and go, "Tell me there's another detective here. Tell me that's the piece I'm missing."
Yeah, there is a private detective down the street, tiger's eye.
I figured our friend Percy here was too busy worrying about Zelphine.
That is true, but also...
No, don't put this on me. I'm not the reason you signed a infernal whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Listen, it's totally fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, like I've got, he gave me a copy of the thing. Did he give me a copy of the thing?
Did he?
I don't remember getting one from him.
Sorry, what?
Did I get a copy of the contract from him? I feel like I would have.
Yeah.
Listen, Amy, you could look it over. It's just, like, I read the whole thing.
Is there anything here that would cause Brimstone to, like, lose his soul or experience extreme pain or anything?
No, it just says, well, not lose his soul, but it is, if failed to return money at end of payment, be hit with extreme pain. Specifically 5d10 psychic damage. Doesn't say that, but
given that Eamon is legally trained and specifically in infernal contracts, would he recognize this as a geese spell?
Yeah, he would.
You
There's
let
geese in this?
It's
Gaius.
It's code geese. Here we go.
I'm just kidding.
Gaius, I apologize. You let him put a Gaius spell on you.
Yeah. Eamon, they call it the cost of doing business, my guy.
The cost
Well,
of
for
doing
fuck's
business.
sake, if money's all you need, that's what I was in the middle of doing here. And she's gonna take out that bag of platinum and start divvying it up.
Brimstone.
Listen. Okay, listen. I needed information about Mordai and the circumstances that led into the Blade Brotherhood. I want to figure out how they got to him, where they recruited him, and I want to figure out how he got from Devil's Aegis down here.
Okay. Just please, at any given time, keep 50 gold on you, because you never know when he might collect.
Well, here, and Zelfine's gonna hand 8 platinum to Aemond, 8 platinum to Riley, and 9 platinum to Brimstone, because she owes him. And then she's gonna dig out the paper birds and try to sort those out too. Like, here, these are expensive, so emergencies only, if you please.
Yeah.
And she's gonna hand 4 to Aemond, 4 to Riley, 4 to Brimstone, and hold out 2 for Percy. For the ones we made you waste earlier.
That's kind of you. He takes them and puts them in his little pocket.
4 paper birds.
Well, anyway, it sounds like there's a bunch of other stuff to talk about. I learned I'm part pit fiend, so that's fun.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no shit, Brimstone.
I mean,
leave this conversation somewhere less public.
yeah, let's go
True.
inside, because there's something important we need to tell you guys.
Well, yeah, we got news too,
Click.
and it's not.
As she's
It's also
walking,
not great.
as she's walking inside with them, worse than him wandering off for 10 seconds and signing an infernal contract.
Way worse, like, much worse. Immeasurably
You'd
worse.
be surprised. You'd be surprised. It is worse.
Okay, try me.
Click your clothes.
Okay, are we inside?
You're
Yeah, we're
inside.
getting door.
Percy has closed like 4 of his 18 locks.
Do you guys know what the
Perfect.
dragon staff is?
Yeah.
It sounds bad that we're talking about it, whatever it is.
It was
It's a
stolen.
Waterdeep thing. Ooh, no. You
Yes.
don't steal the dragon staff. No.
Mm-hmm.
Who steals the dragon staff? How do you
Some
steal the
guy.
dragon? No one stole the dragon staff.
Some guy named Zaril. Not Zariel. Zaril. I made that mistake. The guy who told us had a bit of an accent.
You're fucking with me.
Dead serious.
Don't bite me. Get out of there.
Zelfine is gonna find the nearest chair and sit down and put her head in her hands.
So wait, explain to me, back me up on what this staff is.
All right. So there's going to be like a little anime thing where it's like the whole screen goes dark and then pictures of what the characters are talking about pop up.
Star Wars.
There's a there's a field, there's a magical field, and then Eamon's like chibi in the corner. There's a magical field around Waterdeep that protects dragons from entering the city. However, a select few dragons are able to gain entrance if they touch something known as the dragon staff. This is essentially gives permission to any dragon that wishes to enter the city. And if the dragon staff has been stolen, it likely means that a specific dragon wants to get into the city and do God knows what. I mean, Tyr knows what. I mean, Bahamut knows what. I don't know.
Does Bahamut know? Maybe.
Bahamut probably does know,
Well,
actually.
that sounds very bad.
It is. I'm also in that realm of I didn't know this thing existed, and now I do, and now I'm terrified.
Hey, Percy, how you holding up? Yeah, same.
A lot.
How the hells did they steal the dragon staff?
I don't know. All we have of the criminal in question is this handkerchief. Did we get a long rest between sessions, by the way?
No.
No, it's been all the
No.
same day.
It's the same
No,
day.
it's
Yeah.
been day. We've been going for a while. Okay,
Hello
well,
there, Reggie.
Yep. Hello, Reggie. Please get out of
Well-
my desk.
what it sounds like the best plan is, if this is really a big priority thing, is for me to immediately start going to take a nap so I can get up as soon as I can and do a sniff on this thing.
Please take a power nap. Yes, please. We need your wonderful, wonderful nose. Riley's gonna hand the handkerchief to Brimstone.
Eamon will hand him a
Don't we
glass
have
of
some of that? Do we have
warm
that
milk.
catnap tea, or is that something different?
We do, but Zelfine has it.
Is
Does
that does
Sanguine
that
Scent
turn like?
recharge on a short rest?
No, it recharges on a long rest.
Oh.
Is the catnap? What is the effect of that? Does it let us get a short rest out of like 10 minutes, or like a long rest out of a short rest, or what?
No, it lets you get immediately the effects of a long rest, and she is saving that.
Fair enough.
That is emergency tea.
We can wait a day.
That one's more like someone's dying tea.
Right.
Yeah. We can wait a date for this, I think. Oh, ooh, you go ahead. Take that
Just
nap
in the middle of the
now.
battlefield, Selphine starts making tea.
Honestly, yeah, that I can imagine. Just hold on a second, I'm making tea.
Well,
Well, I like to think it's magic tea that just kind of insta-brews.
yeah,
This water's hot
instant
now.
tea.
Eamon's
Instant
going to,
tea.
like, make Brimstone's bed for him and, like, get him a glass of warm milk and such.
yeah, and it's only like 6 o'clock at this point, so it's like sunset.
Okay.
Maybe 7 o'clock. Yes, sun was on the horizon. It's sinking below the horizon. It's evening now.
I mean, honestly, it's probably not a bad idea, for all of us to rest, because that way, if this person is going to be out and about with this big MacGuffin, it's probably not going to be in the middle of the day.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, let's all have some dinner, get some rest, and wake up early in the morning.
Sounds good.
I don't have the. I'm sorry, I don't have.
Aggressive.
I don't have the stuff for family soup, unfortunately.
That's okay.
Uh,
Give some leftover garlic waffles.
Remind me after we save Waterdeep, which it sounds like we're gonna do, to get the stuff for family soup.
okay.
Sounds like a plan. That's our reward, is family soup at the end.
This is just great. Oh, Wesley, are you alright? And Wesley is just at the table now, buried his face into his arms. He's like curled up. No, sir, but that's alright. I'll be fine.
Can I manage to get maybe 1 or 2 hours in before bed? of reading over the course of the day, or
If you want to sit and read, yeah, you can get some hours in. You've been flipping through as you've been wandering around. You haven't really read.
Oh. No, I think I'm not gonna. I think we want to get up and get going with this.
Okay.
So no, I'm just doing 8 hours of sleep.
All right. Let's do this.
Well, if you're all getting some dinner and having a sleep, I think it might even be a good place to stop for today.
Well, really quickly before we do, if we are going straight into a long rest, what are everyone's sleeping arrangements?
Yeah.
Eamon is going to sleep.
Yeah, but where?
Yeah,
That's the
Like
plan.
Percy's house map.
Oh, right.
Reggie! Shh! Reggie!
He's going, there's only one bed in, dog.
1 second. Reggie!
Oh,
Reggie!
no.
No! Don't you growl at me.
So,
Oh, he growling, boy. Aw.
Go upstairs.
Reggie.
You go upstairs into the kitchen.
Okay, bye, Reggie. Reggie ships it, guys. That reminds me, I gotta walk the dog when this is over.
Murray's in Magnolia
Sorry
right
about
now.
that.
You're good.
Yeah.
All good.
Dogs.
boy got excited.
Doge.
Yeah, the neighbor kids
Eamon-
are outside playing on their scooters.
Yeah, that'll do
There
it.
you go.
Reggie's like, "You the dang kids."
Eamon
Get off
will
my lawn.
Eamon will sleep on the downstairs couch so he can be close to Maggie, who I'm assuming has to stay outside.
Yeah. She either goes back to the ethereal realm or hangs out in the alley.
I figure she was just hanging out with Bernard.
Bernard's up
Bernard
on the top
roost-
floor, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's got a roost up there.
Maggie can't fly yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hi there, bud. I like your wings.
Brimstone's probably gonna crash on another another one of the couches down here. Looks like we got a couple.
There's a couple couches down there. There's one in the study.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the one in the study.
Okay. That's the room that is completely full of information pinned to the wall with red string.
Oh yeah, the Pepe Silva room.
Yeah. There was a guest bedroom, yeah?
There are 2 guest bedrooms upstairs. 2 different beds.
Ooh. I'm not too sure if Selfie wanted to share a room or do separate.
Selphie's waiting to be told where she can go.
Not true.
Kind of awkwardly side-eyeing her chaperone.
Yeah, he goes, I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Didn't think so.
We're sharing a room. He, points towards the end of the hallway.
Eamon's gonna whisper to Riley, the only rooms with more than one place to sleep are double beds.
True.
Hmm.
That's just how this is happening. All right. Maybe I'll just share maybe a guest room with Wesley. I guess that could work.
Yeah, 2 of you pile into one room.
Yeah. Riley just whispers to Selfie, like, "Good luck with that." Eesh.
Wait, does she have to share a bed with? Oh no.
I mean, it's gonna be awkward. It's already been awkward.
Like, is he gonna handcuff her to the? Never mind.
Let's not
I'm
think
right
about it.
here, y'all.
Yep, let's not think about it.
Sorry, elf ears. I forgot you can hear
Fuck
everything.
you. Good night.
Percy is rubbing his
Good
temples
night.
and goes, y'all are nasty, and locks it.
I didn't mean
Closes
that
the door
kind of
behind.
handcuffing.
Closes the door behind him with a thump.
Stop. We're going to bed and we're getting up early and we're looking for this asshole. All right. Good night, everybody. This has been a stressful week.
Good night, everyone.
I love you all. Good night. And
Love
slams
you
the
too,
door.
Riley. Okay.
You hear a click at the end of the hallway as the door locks. Zelphine, you see Percy take a key and put it around his neck and looks at you and goes, can't get out that way. Bernard's watching the door over there. Like, there's a window leading into a roost. So, he will stop you if you try to get out that way.
Cool, I'm just gonna go to sleep now. And she's gonna kind of sit in the corner of the room and take her blanket out of her bag.
You feel like suddenly something soft against your face as he pushes a pillow into your face.
You see her pull it away and open her mouth to say something, and then she closes it and just kind of positions the pillow and lays down and sulks.
Bathroom's over there if you need it. And he slowly starts to unbuckle his needlessly complicated belts. There's so many belts on his outfit. Pulls it off, flumps it into the corner.
Something pulls her blanket up over her face, rolls over.
And just as he like piles stuff onto the ground, Zelphine, you feel this like ping feeling, like kind of like something vibrating in your pocket, and there's a ping noise.
Fuck. And she's gonna throw her, like, pull the blanket back and pull out whatever is going off in her pocket.
Yeah, and as you like pull it out, you realize it's the sending stone given to you by your father. And as you like hold in your hand, it like lights up a bit, and you hear a voice go, "So Joel did something to this, and now we can just talk if you want. I guess there's no limit on the number of it," and then it like cuts off.
We're sorry, but you only have a limited amount of long-distance minutes.
You only have a certain amount of words, but it's now unlimited, it sounds like. Back and forth. Still 25 words.
It's like unlimited tweets.
Yeah. Because sending stones only being able to send one message a day is stupid.
She kind of, like, hears it cut off and kind of, like, tilts her head, like, is it working? I barely know how these things work normally, and now it has changed.
There's like a beat of silence, and and then it replies with, "Yeah, it looks like we can just send unlimited messages. It just seems like we have still limited number of words."
Huh. Well, how about that? Yeah, I guess I have a lot to fill you in on, and then I guess at that point it would probably cut off, and she's just like, "Oh, I have no grasp on this at all."
There's another beat of silence, and it goes, "Yeah, I meant to contact you sooner. I just didn't know what to say."
That's fair. I don't really either. It's been a day. I can call you tomorrow and we can talk.
That sounds nice. See you then, daughter.
Good night, Dad.
And it's at this point, like, Percy tilts his head and, like, he's been watching you this whole time. And he goes, "You're calling your dad?"
And I guess at this point the stone is, like, done and is gone dull, so she's gonna, put it back away, and she'll just go, another long story. Didn't know I had a dad until recently. I mean, technically speaking, I did, but didn't know him. He's on another plane of existence, though. So.
Everything's got to be complicated with you people.
Yeah, that's how it be.
Look, if he calls again and you need privacy, you can head into the bathroom. I won't listen in.
I mean, I don't really know what we would say that can't be overheard, so it's fine.
Still, it's a little awkward having someone over your shoulder.
I mean, if you want me to go in the bathroom next time, you can say that.
Whatever, I'm just trying to be nice. And he throws another pillow at you and, like, buries himself into his bed.
Yeah, suffocating me with the pillow. Super nice. Great. She's gonna throw her blanket back over and roll over.
You can hear, like, the thumping of his tail hit the bed. Thump, thump, thump.
She's gonna sit back up for a second. And you did take your eyes off me in the bookstore. I did notice that. Fine, good night.
Louder thumping from his tail. And as you all settle... Sorry, did you want to say something?
I had one thing.
Yeah.
Correct. Brimstone is going to end up, he's probably going to end up reading for a little bit. Not more than, I think, probably an hour. Just 1 hour.
Yeah. All right.
But as he's reading this manual, he is desperately trying to recall any information he can possibly remember about his dad and just racking his brain, but eventually end up just getting frustrated and, throwing the book down and going to sleep.
Sounds good. And yeah, it feels a little distracting being in the study reading, as there are notes everywhere tied together with string. They all list deaths and testimonials from people who have mourned. And it's just everywhere.
He's going to try his hardest not to look at that.
All right.
Good night, Maggie. I love you.
Oh, Raymond, I love you too. It's so good to be in Waterdeep again.
You don't have to, stay. Well, I mean, yeah, you don't have to stay. You can, run around a bit if you want. Just don't hurt. Just don't knock anyone over by accident.
Oh, you know, the last time I did that, the watch started following me around and thought I was a stray horse. Even though I'm clearly much more majestic than the other horses.
Yeah, you got, that perpetually flowing mane made of, blue sparkles.
I'm beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Oh, Maggie, I love you too.
All right, good night, Maggie.
Good night, Amond.
I'm beautiful.
Sorry.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I feel like Wesley and Riley would probably talk in the night, just about dumb stuff. You don't have to roleplay it, but I'm just thinking that since they have the time alone, they could just start chatting about small talk.
Yeah, he, will kind of tell you about his years going to school, friends he had, but how much he did miss hanging out with you. How he's a big nerd, though. And he will, go on tangents about just random pieces of trivia that he has picked up.
That definitely makes Riley smile, and she she just listens and then just kind of falls asleep comfortably.
Very good. And well, that sounds like a good place to end it for today.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry for missing last week, but we're also probably going to be missing the next episode as well. Schedules have been crazy in 2021, so...
Yeah, and I gotta move. I'm moving.
Mm-hmm.
You're moving.
There's a lot happening.
Yeah. So, it's nice seeing you all again. Goodbye.
Yeah, thanks for sticking with us. Love you.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.